Hello! Today's short video will focus on sales to show you how we can create a workflow starting from the sales project. And I'll explain to you the mechanics behind it, why we do it, what the logic is, and the direction we're heading. Then I'll also come back to Sébastien Charles' question of the day about the TRIPBUILDER module. And you'll see that this whole logic is quite interesting to discuss today. So, the first thing we're going to look at, let's get started. This is the sales section, the CRM sales project part. I'm going to start with a new sales project, okay? This is my new project that I'm going to link to a travel agency that I call Incredible Travel. As you can see, I'm not starting from the trip builder. I'm starting with a sales project. I have 4 people. They'll be staying in double rooms. I create my sales project. Now, what I'm going to do is enter a departure date directly, saying they want to leave on this date. Everything I'm doing here manually can also be done automatically. First of all, through the module in WordPress Toogo that allows you to generate your entire online travel library, you can have a form, and from that form, a sales project will be created directly here. So all the requests that come in will automatically appear here. Here I did it manually, but you can do it with Zapier, and we saw how successful your request was because Pierre's training filled up very quickly. We will provide replays, of course, and although the training is in French, we will also provide the necessary translations to show you the full potential we have through the Zapier connection. For example, Zapier allows you to connect or rather to create a sales project from any CRM you might use or from an online form. In short, the possibilities are absolutely limitless. So imagine that your sales project is going to be created automatically, or that some people prefer to create the sales project manually here. What was missing as an entry point was the idea that, well, I have my sales project, but I want to create my workflow directly from the sales project instead of doing it the other way around, starting with the workflow, the trip builder, and then linking it to a sales project. You see here, you have a new button, the plus sign, which is pretty straightforward to understand by clicking on it. I'm going to create a new workflow. I click on the plus, and it tells me we are going to create a workflow based on this sales project. Of course, that's exactly what I want to do. Here, it will directly create your workflow for you. Your workflow is done. You can see here, my workflow is called new project. And if we look here, I have it right there. So if I click on it, there we go. I have my new project. If I open it, you'll be able to start building, but you already have all the elements that have been brought over, including the travel date. Everything is properly recorded and carried over. And this is where Sébastien Charles' input on WhatsApp is relevant. It's about realizing that when you're starting from scratch, it's really in your best interest to use the module function. The module function is right here, meaning that for those of you who aren't familiar with it, when you're looking for products, you have the option to search directly for modules, which are called circuits here. If I go look in the circuits, here in the tests, let's say these are 3-day modules. You also have 5-day extensions, which can be very useful. A module is a set of products that are grouped together in a circuit, which you can insert directly. For example, I'll just pick any example. Here I have a module, I click on it and select, add this module to day 1. And you can see here that Toogo will add all the products that correspond to this module for me. So the way agencies often use it, well, sometimes is not to use it at all. So we recommend that you use it, but in practice, it's sometimes used to create 3-day extensions, blocks that you sell frequently. What I recommend then, this was actually Sébastien Charles' idea and approaches to create your own collections. So just imagine if I go back a bit when you start from your sales project and create your itinerary. Your itinerary will have no information in it, and you'll be starting from scratch. If I pick up from here, I arrive at a page just like this, where we're starting completely from nothing. And the advantage is that by searching in trips here, you can directly look for your best collection either with a quick search or an advanced search, to really find the topic that interests you. Like, I want an itinerary of a certain number of days and so on. So I strongly recommend that you start from the CRM, click on plus to create your new itinerary, and then have your collections right here on the right, which you can instantly bring over. Like here, I want to start with my Best of Bolivia collection. I add it to day one, and that's it. My entire collection appears, and I just have to take a look to see if I want to change anything or if I want to upgrade a hotel. But of course, you could also imagine having a collection that's your Best of Bolivia in the classic version. You would copy this module, make a version with your different hotel options in premium mode and another version in luxury mode. And so, well, you'll have your free templates, no modifications needed, and you can send your quotes in just a few seconds because you don't have to change anything. The date is already entered. All you have to do is go to the quotation section. You know which agency you're going to work with. Everything is preset, so there's nothing special you need to do. I'm going to go back a bit and we'll take a look for those who don't know what a module is. If we go back here and I go to all trips, you have all the trips, you have trips in editing, you have trips pending, and you have trips here that are confirmed. And what interests us here are the modules. And Sebastian's question is relevant. It's that today, module, if we look for a module, the module will also be protected by little read-only modes. But it's true that this read-only mode could be accessed by someone, could be removed unintentionally, could be modified, and I think that's a valid reason to find you a solution to have greater security for the modules. A module shouldn't be a collection, shouldn't be altered, or at least only altered by people who are authorized to do so, and to avoid small mistakes like that. So we're going to work on that. Now, you see the modules. I'm going to explain to you how a module works. I'll start with a circuit. You're going to create your production, right? You name it. My beautiful trip 2026. It's a premium 5-star trip. Well, you can choose whatever icon you want, etc., to identify them easily. All right. I'll say it's a 3-star trip. You have your production. I strongly advise you to name the types properly, to tag them well, because when you're searching, it will make your life easier to have a production. And especially when we're talking about the collection, as Sebastian mentioned, it's about having something that's really well developed, totally reliable. You put your best products behind it. You're extremely confident in a production like this. You're not venturing into the unknown. So make sure to tag everything properly, assign the right categories, types, etc. I'll go straight to the construction part and show you how to set it up as a module. I'm going to start from a module so I can add products directly. That way it'll be done. Do your setup here. I have all the products. This is my beautiful, exceptional 2026 trip. Everything is good. Here, when I look in general, you can see that I haven't categorized yet. So here you can choose a category if you're interested. But what really matters to us here is the status. And maybe this is where we're going to adjust the status, maybe to identify it in a different way. In any case, we'll find a way to make sure it's clear and secure. And as you can see here, I have the option to place it in a module. Once it is classified as a module, you will find it in your module database. And of course, you will also find it when you start a circuit from scratch, go into construction and search here. If I enter my beautiful 2026 trip, I find it here. And with just one click, you can add it to your circuit. No need to think about it. It's your great creation and you start from your best trip safely. You know everything that's behind it, so you can sell it without any problem, with complete confidence. So honestly, I really recommend the idea of using modules. And if we take a step back to look at the overall logic and to give you some ideas about the themes we are working on, well, you understand that the CRM, this has been strongly requested. The CRM contains information that is relevant, but some of it isn't clear enough, not well enough organized. And we need to modernize this screen. And for this screen, there is some in-depth work being done directly by Fabrice. Fabrice has built the new version of the CRM and it's just starting production. So of course, we'll keep you updated, maybe even invite some of you to be beta testers to try out this new CRM Toogo. We've really taken your requests into account. The idea is for it to be intuitive, easy to use, and to enable connectivity. So what you're seeing today with Zapier will give you more information about this, as it's one of the entry points to the CRM well. Just imagine the power and potential of automatically importing new projects, being notified when a new project comes in. All of that is possible today. And then starting from the CRM, kind of like your entry page, and from this new sales project, being able to click directly on the plus sign to move on to the construction phase. Then in your construction phase, you use your collections. And here you have a path that is, I would say, a bit new in its approach and is highly relevant when it comes to managing requests, knowing where they come from, and therefore having a CRM that meets your expectations. So all this long explanation is just to give you a bit of insight into the process, to show you that things are moving behind the scenes, that we're really working on the substance, and that things will come together gradually. So just a little more patience. We're making very serious and rapid progress on all these new developments.